right, and
Three.
oh, so
three,
sorry.
2, 1.
Boom. There we go.
Action.
Yep. Welcome everyone.
We're back.
We're back. Welcome to episode 6 of Exposure Therapy. We're your hosts, Mattine Surimi and
Reese Paulson.
yeah. So today's episode is going to be talking about special effects.
Yes, we've
And
talked about them quite a bit
We have.
in passing with our
We
past
have.
episodes.
We've talked about them in passing.
So we figure we might as well dedicate a whole
Yes.
episode to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We could dedicate multiple episodes to the field of special effects because special effects doesn't just cover CGI, but it covers practical effects, miniatures, matte paints, things like that. A huge amount.
All the goods.
Yeah. And so we have a list of, we each have 3 films, one of each in category. So the first is going to be kind of our favorite film of the best like special effects.
I brought a good practical for
Yeah.
that.
And then
We got a CGI after that.
best CGI.
I brought an interesting one.
Okay.
It's not necessarily like my favorite, but it's just a really interesting one to talk about.
Cool. And then the third one is going to be the worst
The
VFX
worst
that we've ever seen, which isn't going to be very hard. Yeah, so that's it. I'll start us off.
Yeah, let's kick it off.
Yeah, so I got my kind of like the movie that I think is like probably the best special effects in recent memory as well. It's got to be the Planet of the Apes trilogy.
Yeah, they got solid, very solid effects.
Including the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, the newest one. But especially that trilogy is
of
amazing.
the original or the new?
The new.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, because
The new.
the CGI they do for all the chimps with the mocap is amazing. And then if you've seen some of the behind the scenes, like the
So
actors
good.
portraying the chimp character, or the chimp characters are so dedicated.
It's amazing.
Yeah, down on all fours. You got like the specialized crutches.
Yep.
It's really impressive.
It's
stuff.
phenomenal. Yeah, I remember watching the first Planet of the Apes, and I think I was probably a little young. I was probably 8, 9. That was it was amazing. Like it's such an amazing experience watching those films for the first time, and especially the first one. I was like, this looks like a real monkey. And it did. It looked so real. Yeah, that scene is amazing. And
Andy Serkis is a legend.
Andy Serkis is a
my
legend.
gosh.
He just like there's such passion that bleeds from his performance, from a lot of his performances, especially in the mocap space.
Speaking of Andy Serkis and CGI characters, Gollum / Smeagol from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
One of all-time greats.
He was like the progenitor for a lot of the mocap stuff they do now. Like Gollum and Smeagol.
He was the actor that they were putting out there, and he was showing that like, hey, this works. We can use this.
Yeah, and Andy did a great job of leading all 3 of those films. Like he's a phenomenal actor. Andy, I'm personal bias.
I was gonna say you know him. You're on a first name basis.
I know him pretty well.
I'd love to be on a first name basis with Andy Serkis.
Yeah, it'd be great. But yeah, so those 3 films were amazing, just in terms of the technical fidelity, as well as the mix of both practical and CG, because all those locations, they filmed it on location as well. And so there's a mix of just kind of the practical setup, not so much practical effects, but the way the natural world interacts with the artificial, and it blends so well. And it got better in each of the films, which I think is a really hard feat to do. Like it already was pretty great in the first one, but yeah, it's a phenomenal trilogy, but really a technical showcase in what special effects can be. So that's definitely mine.
Right. Yes. So the first one that I brought, is I've already kind of talked about it a little bit, but I feel very strongly about 1982 John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh yes. Yeah.
In terms of practical effects, I believe The Thing is one of the top 3 at least.
It's so
like
good.
The crazy cosmic body horror that they portray in the movie is beyond me, and the fact that it's
amazing.
all that it's all practical is amazing. I remember watching behind the scenes for that as well, and talking about how there's a surgery scene in the movie.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. And like one of the doctors goes to put the paddles in the guy's chest, and a mouth opens up on the chest. And so like they show that, and they like, put these fake arms in, and it clamps shut and
That's
bites
crazy.
off the fake arms.
That's crazy.
And like the guy on the table, his head starts like falling off, and it stretches, and it's this grotesque
Yeah.
shot. And they're like, yeah, we just used a ton of bubble gum. And I'm like, that's genius.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So yeah,
What- can you
John
imagine,
Carpenter is the thing, is beautiful to watch.
What brand of gum do you think they used?
Could be Hubba Bubba.
I think it was probably Hubba
Hubba
Bubba.
Bubba or Big League
No.
Chew, since you can get like, I don't
You
know.
could get bricks of Big
I'm not
League Chew.
certain, you know, like as to the selling, what the market for gum was like, but Big League Chew, I know you could get a lot for a little.
Maybe they did like a Barbie thing where like they were solely responsible for
There
the
was
gum sales of 1982.
Yep.
Yeah.
A shortage for gum.
There was a shortage of gum because someone's head had to fall off.
But yes, I also brought really quick one other really, really good one that I wanted to talk
Yeah,
about.
totally.
That's a blend between practical and CGI.
A marriage, if you will.
And once again, I think I've even brought it up in one episode
Okay.
at least. But District 9,
Oh,
amazing film there. And hold on, let
It's
me
amazing.
pull up the info.
District 9 is so
Yeah,
good.
2009.
2009 seemed to be this like genesis point for special
crazy.
effects. Like even like 2009, 2010, because you had Tron with de-aging effects, and then you had Avatar with its blend of like 3D.
We also had all the
mocap.
Transformers movies,
and
those were insane. I
Oh
thought.
my god!
The
Don't get me started.
the,
Reese.
the animation,
Don't get me started.
the animation, and like all the interlocking pieces. If you look at how like the animators had to like break down every like vehicle into all these pieces, they actually made it work.
Such a great, oh my god. But yeah, it's such like watching those early Transformers films is amazing. Like when Bumblebee goes to pee on the federal agent, they of course the way they did it was literally someone on a crane blasting a water stream onto John Turturro, and then they boom, oh, here's a freaking robot. And amazingly rendered detail, like the amount of polygons and the amount of just joints they had to animate.
I feel like for a little bit,
computers blew up.
Well, like we like with Transformers that got so good, and then like it started to like go back, and we're like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
But I think they've held on strong.
Oh, for
They
sure.
kept it.
The newest Transformers did a really good job. I think at times it got a little much because I feel like we've reached the point of CGI and special effects where there seems to be a bit of a plateau in terms of innovation. Like how much more can we innovate to show these special effects? Because now there's kind of, there's the volume and the LED wall, and that's now a marriage of CG and practical. But it is an interesting look into. There might be a bit of a crossroads in the special effects space right now. Yeah, but no. Anyways,
Speaking
District
of
9's great.
CGI, though, I guess we should
Oh,
move on to the
twos?
second.
Yeah, for sure. So for me, in terms of just an amazing work of CGI, it's tough because there's a lot of just films that I could choose from, but I am probably going to go with Tron Legacy. Yeah. Now, you might say you're crazy because the
Not
DA...
gonna go with Tron Ares.
No.
I feel like it
Because
like refined.
Sure, but the reason why I'm going with Legacy is because
was
it
the first.
created the precedent. It was the first, and it was like this maverick and CG. Like, what can we do?
I do remember it coming
far
out
can we push the
and
envelope?
de-aging being like such a huge thing with Kurt Russell's character, and everyone was freaking out. I think I was only in like elementary at the time.
Yeah, me
So
too.
yeah. I was like, what?
Yeah, yeah. No, it was. Oh my god, I just remember watching it, and yeah, sure. Like, it's absolutely. The de-aging is rough.
It's a little rough.
It's
At
a little
some
rough.
points, it's a little rough.
Yeah,
It's rougher than others.
But what they have with the CG and the way that it's just Joseph Kosinski, the director, does these amazing films of scale. He does F1, he does Top Gun Maverick, he does Tron Legacy, he does all these films. But there's something about his eye for scale and allowing this massive digital world to be fully digital. And at times, like I don't tell. Like it's when he's coming out of Finn's arcade and he's in the grid. It's so hard to tell.
A digital frontier.
Yeah, a digital frontier. And it's not Kurt Russell. I forgot his name. But it's not Kurt Russell who's playing his dad. Oh God, Jeff Bridges.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Jeff Bridges.
How could I mix up those two boys?
They have similar faces a little bit.
I can't believe I'm so sorry.
But I would say it's Jeff Bridges, the GOAT. But yeah,
Yes,
it was
the Lebowski.
The Lebowski. It was so good, and I remember watching it, and I was just plastered to the screen. The way they use the light discs and the de-resing and the camera.
The de-resing
work.
was really cool.
The de-resing was sick.
Effect, like the volumetric.
Yeah, and the way that they blend it with the camera effects too. There are times where the cameras go through the effect itself when they get de-resed, or when they go through the memory disc or things like that.
That just made me think of David Fincher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does a lot of hidden VFX shots.
It's amazing.
And most of the time, you never notice. Quick example, his movie, it's Panic Room, I believe is the name. There's one shot, and I believe it's like right near the beginning, and the camera is tracking, I think, Jodie Foster through her home, and since it's one long tracking shot, how is this camera moving through a coffee handle or the stair banisters?
Yeah.
And you just don't notice it at first, but if you think about it, you go, wait a second, that's impossible.
Yeah.
How are we doing this?
And Fincher has that kind of motif in a lot of his films. Like Fight Club, he goes to the whole building and like into the van and stuff like that. Like that's a big motif of his. But yeah, it's great how, you can tell the sign of a really good modern director's prowess with their blending of CG and practical, but also with their blending of, the camera work with CG. Because there are times where there's an over-reliance on CG where they'll just let that do the work. And you can't do that. Even now, you can't do it. But yeah, Tron Legacy, I'll do that. Some of you might disagree and be like, oh, that's a freezing cold take. But I don't care. But that's mine. Yeah.
The one that I brought today, I brought the first fully CGI rendered character in a film.
Oh, okay.
So I actually personally haven't seen the film.
Yeah.
But I've seen this effect in this scene.
Yeah.
And additionally, if any of you know the channel Corridor Digital, I'm a big fan. They have their own
big ups to Corridor Digital.
Yeah, big ups. But they have their own program basically where all they do is review effects.
Yeah.
So I got to see them talk about this one as well, which was really cool. But from 1985, Young Sherlock, believe it or not, has the first fully CGI rendered character. There's a hallucination fight scene in a church where the stained glass window, there's a knight on it, and he like peels away from the window and starts fighting Sherlock. And even now, like watching it, it holds up surprisingly well.
Yeah, I've seen
I
that.
imagine, because I do know that they had to, they designed the character and rendered it in 3D, and then they basically like rotoscoped it into the scene because practical-wise they had their stunt double to fight who was wearing armor, but then they rotoscoped the guy out of all of the armor.
Rotoscoping that out.
For the entire fight.
Insane.
So they removed the guy from the armor, so it's just floating armor.
Yeah.
And then they put the 3D animated character inside the armor, moving with it. So
that's crazy.
An insane amount of work and dedication for one shot in a film.
Yeah.
Or I guess one scene. There's a few shots, but still.
Yeah.
I am curious as to how many hours exactly that took them, because that would have been that movie's big, CGI money shot for the time.
100%. Yeah.
Now we're spoiled, and movies have CGI everywhere.
Yeah.
Before the 2000s, primarily, I would say is kind of like when films still had. Maybe even a little bit prior 90s, because 90s started to kind of,
For sure.
up on it.
Yep.
But before that, movies would like save for like one big effect, or
Yeah.
you would
It's
have
like, this is our money piece.
yeah, or like you were saying, you like with miniatures, they'd like do a big miniature shot or something, and like that would be their big VFX shot.
Yeah.
Or the best you would get is a few throughout. We. Even like old sci-fi, we talked about Solaris, where some of their effects were literally just interesting pictures, like where they're just looking at liquid.
Yeah, and
spinning.
a lot of their effects too were just like editing. It was just
Yeah.
like a cut, and then we're gonna burn the frame here or whatever. It was very just a bunch of elbow grease, and we got an effect. Like that's really cool. Also, Oppenheimer is a great marriage of practical with CG. When I saw the atoms floating around and Ludwig Göransson's music started going, I like leant forward. I was like, oh my god.
Lean forward and
my
you
God.
see. I can feel it.
I can see everything. Oh my god.
It sings for me.
It's singing. And I
Melody.
it's so good. Like, and then I saw the atoms move. And I was like, yes, the atoms are moving.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what an atom looks like, Christopher. I know. And then like seeing like the explosion happening and the particles move. I'm like, oh my god.
It's pretty impressive.
Seeing that on IMAX, you're born again.
Pretty impressive.
Oh my god. It's amazing. Now, yes, was it a movie about the awful decimation and a nuclear bomb? Yes. But the practical effects were great. The practical effects were amazing.
Pretty cool.
But that was my little just amazing spiel about Oppenheimer's effects. That was great. Great marriage, Christopher Nolan. You're the GOAT. But maybe stop killing off your female characters, but that's fine. Almost every single one dies. Rachel, dead. Girlfriend in Memento, dead. His mistress in Oppenheimer, dead. What else?
What about Inception? Nope.
Dead.
Oh.
His wife.
Well, there's also dead men in all those.
Tenet.
Yeah, there's dead men in all those too.
I understand. But, maybe, hey, you got Anne Hathaway in Odyssey. Great actress. Would be even greater if she was alive.
Wait, who's she portraying?
Odysseus' wife, who does not die.
Yeah, she doesn't die.
It'll be great. It'll be great. It'll be a great break from the pattern.
Now,
Yes.
for the fun part.
The fun part.
What's
We get a crap on
what
films.
What did you bring to the table today for a CGI shot that made you upset?
Get ready. All right, so it's November of 2017. My friends and I go to the movie theater. We sit down. The lights dim,
I think I know what it is.
and the screen comes on, and I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I've been waiting for this film
I know what it is.
for 4 years, and I've been waiting. I've been waiting for this film for 4 years, and the lights come. The screen comes on, and it's these kids being like, "Oh, Superman, Superman!" And it's for this burning building. I'm like, "Wow, it's Henry Cavill Superman! Look, oh my God, he looks amazing!" And then he turns around,
And his lip.
and I see his lip.
Oh, you're
And
going even more specific.
I see his lip. And I don't know about you, but Henry Cavill doesn't strike me as a Botox man. But it's awful. Henry Cavill in Justice League 2017, directed by Joss Whedon, I guess, is an absolute dismal throw-up vomiting of corporate greed and CGI schlop. Is the worst I've ever seen. Because I see Henry Cavill's lip move, and I'm sorry.
like,
yeah.
Oh, hey, kid.
Yeah. It's like, hey, kids, how you doing?
If
It
you
was
didn't,
awful.
If you didn't know this, your upper lip doesn't actually
Doesn't move
raise.
much.
It doesn't raise.
No. It was
so-
clipping. It was clipping like a video game skin.
If you ever see, a character in a video game or anything, and their mouth is, or like their upper lip is rising, that's wrong.
Yeah.
And that's why it looks a little uncanny.
Henry Cavill's lip was clipping. It was like, bro, it was clipping. That's not good. Superman's lip doesn't clip, okay? The lip don't clip. So, anyways.
It was so smooth.
It was amazing, like a baby. But Henry Cavill was contractually obligated because of Mission Impossible Fallout reshoots to not shave his mustache. So instead of, let's just give Superman facial hair, or let's just, I don't know, find a different scene, yes, we're going to have him have a lip. They constructed new algorithms. They made new programs for this because it was unprecedented what they had to do. They made new programs and it didn't work. It didn't work. Because then you see him fly up and he's talking to Steppenwolf and he's like...
They put real science and research into his lip.
Yeah. And they were like, now, you need to... Now,
cool, kid.
the last invader I saw do this got the punch in the face. Or whatever line he says. Whatever Superman crap Joss Whedon decided to write in there. Absolutely. So anyways, I had a great time with that movie. Snyder Cut actually is better than that. Doesn't take a lot to make it better. But holy crap.
I thought you were going to go and say like the full Flash movie.
I would like to also, yes, the full Flash movie. Anything that Warner Brothers touched before James Gunn came in, gun don't jam.
The gun don't jam.
But that CGI was freaking awful.
Yeah, I can't even like recommend watching the Flash.
The show did it for 9 seasons, and it was way better.
Shows struggle with VFX a lot because obviously lower budget, but yeah, even the show's Flash looked a million
when
times
I saw
better.
the Flash run in my 14-year-old eyes in that show, holy crap. I was like, the Flash is in real life. But when I saw Ezra Miller, that freaking criminal, when I saw them run all around the freaking city, oh my God. Oh my God.
Putting the CGI baby in the microwave.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Please. Please. Stop.
Running around the final battle.
Stop! I can't do this.
They have whole scenes that I swear are complete CGI.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's like the Akira meme.
Yes, that is the upper lip. I can see why that's a bad one.
It was awful. So sorry you had to relive that for any people who saw that.
Flashing in your mind.
Yeah. If you hear anything, audio listeners, that's a vacuum on the upper floor. Family's vacuuming.
Why'd they start vacuuming?
They're vacuuming. Reese, what's your bad CGI movie?
Should we pause?
Okay.
We're back.
We're back.
We had to wait for the vacuum.
We had to wait for the vacuum. So yeah, Reese, I believe you're on yours, your worst CGI.
Yes.
That you have.
So the one I brought is another kind of old, weird one from, and I checked, it is 1992.
Okay.
So The Lawnmower Man is a
I'm familiar.
crazy old sci-fi film. It's got a lot of CGI. They were really pushing the envelope with what they could do.
Yep.
And the limits for the time especially. However, it just fell flat. If you end up ever checking it out yourself, it's a really weird one. Like the effects don't hold up. They
you mean the lawnmower effects don't hold up?
The being inside of a computer, Tron did it better.
Well, yeah.
But the story is weird and not all too memorable. But
you'd think with Lawnmower Man, it'd be one of the most memorable stories ever.
You would think, it's not.
Please elaborate.
It's really hard to explain because it's one of the ones you just gotta like see for yourself, and then you go, oh, I get it. It's kind of like the Mummy and the Scorpion King for the Mummy. When the Scorpion King comes out at the end and he's like this big CGI character, It's like super uncanny because he's like perfectly clay smooth.
Yeah.
And it's The Rock's face.
Oh yeah, totally. That was awful.
Yeah, Corridor Digital also talked about that
Yeah.
show. But yeah, Lawnmower Man is it's like 60% of the movie is that.
Cool, cool.
Is just, but also the entire screen, not just one character.
Oh,
It's just
Jesus.
all my eyes.
Oh God. Oh God.
It's crazy.
Awful. Okay.
And
Wow.
also building off of last episode, Borderlands the movie,
Oh, bad.
also terrible
Yeah.
effects and CGI.
I gotta say, some of the newer like Marvel stuff has been not great in the CG department. Like Thor: Love and Thunder, that was really bad in terms of just some of the CG.
I think that falls again to the whole idea of the like the creation triangle
Yeah.
where time, cost,
Yeah.
and quality, and because like within Love and Thunder, I think there are a lot of really good shots, but then
Yeah.
I also think that that entire movie is just chock filled with CGI and shots and effects.
Yep.
And Taika Waititi, even like, I mean, if you look at interviews with him, he's not very like kind or forgiving to the animation team.
No.
And like when people talk about like the poor effects for his movie, instead of being like, oh, you know, like it was rushed, or like we have some strong parts and like other parts, you know, like making the best out of it. He's like,
Yeah.
you know, our animators suck, you know, like it's their fault, you know, we told them to do this and they do that and it's just bad.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. And,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what?
No, they are obviously overworked. And that's the thing, is that there is this trend of these amazing animators and artists who just are milked dry of just their talent and of their like fuse and just working environments. And it's awful. Like the way Marvel especially has created a pipeline where it's just pumping more and more and more and more and more. But there's the people behind it. And, you know, that's something that a lot of industries don't really get. And that's also a lot of things that, you know, the head honchos don't get. They lack the empathy and they lack the connection. These people give you the art. It's the same thing with the comic creators, too. The stories you are inspired by, you don't give them the time and care. You look at them and they don't do anything. Like Matt Fraction, you wrote the Hawkeye run that our show is heavily based off of. We're not going to invite you to the premiere. We're not going to give you the money. We're not going to give you this. We're not going to give you anything or even credit because we're Marvel. We're Disney. We're big. We're great. We're high and mighty. But without that, where would you be? And I think that's what they have to consider, is that without these artists, where would you be? Dead in the frickin' water.
True.
Did I stutter? No, I didn't. So yeah, I think there's certainly just a trend of this like lack of awful CGI, and it's not due to them not doing a good job. It's due to, you know, the company's not giving a damn, and that's what it is. So, but yeah, you know, it's certainly a trend and a pattern that has been breaking. You see Superman, and you see how James Gunn and his crew certainly took their time and patience with it, put it up for your consideration for best special effects for the Oscars because they were so proud of it, and they did a great job. David Cornswell had a bald cap in certain moments, but you didn't know his hair flowed great, and like the laser effects and all that stuff. It was just very well done. The whole like river. The whole like Digi River and that pocket
River,
dimension.
yeah.
That was great. The amount of work that had to do was crazy. So, you know, there's certainly a lot of movies still that give that credit and love for it, and you can tell. That's the other thing. You can tell. But yeah, it's just something I've noticed. There's that trend. Yeah.
And before we, wrap things up, I think some breaking news in the film world.
Jesus Christ.
Would you like to share with the audience
Yeah, I'd love
what we
to.
learned while we paused?
So
Or at
yeah,
least what
well,
I learned.
during our break, what we've learned is, for anyone who's been keeping their ear to the ground in the industry, Paramount has been on Warner Brother Discovery's their back, like the creepy dude in the grocery store you're looking at your face. Paramount
Got a
has
lot
been
of those at your local grocery store.
absolutely. But Paramount has been just upping their bid to try to get Warner Brothers Discovery for about probably 2 or 3 months. And Netflix seemed to have sealed the deal. Netflix was like, hey, we have Warner Brothers, great. But Paramount had one last offer, and it was a value of, I think, $110.2 billion, some crazy number like that,
Gravy.
that only the white little rich assholes can comprehend. But that was the number.
It's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
It's a
And
crap ton.
Warner Brothers saw that, and the number one thing you have to think about when you're that head of a honcho is shareholder value, money, and that's it. And the people just become a number. So Warner Brothers has been bought out by Paramount. It's awaiting government approval, but as of now, it's in Paramount's hands finally, in their oily, greasy, smitten little hands. It's in there, and so that's some breaking news. Very up in the air in terms of what things will be creatively with Warner Brothers, as well as of their cable outlets. Yeah, it's a scary thing, because the last thing that the industry really needs is more shakeups. And a shakeup this big, God knows what will happen. So we'll have to see. But yeah, that's some breaking news.
Other than that, that's all for
us,
this
folks.
week of exposure therapy.
That's all this. But yeah, next week, hopefully it'll be a bit of a brighter circumstance towards the end of the episode. But that is all. Have a lovely week, everyone.
And also, if you guys have any things that
Absolutely.
you want us to talk about or look at or see,
Yeah.
please let us know, and
Absolutely.
we'll be more than happy to watch any movies you recommend.
Yes, and we're especially wanting to get to guests as well on this show, too. We would love to have some guests as well, so be on the lookout for that, too. So, yeah, but without further ado, have a great week, everyone. We will see you all later.
And then one other thing, I was told by my uncle, who's a YouTube expert,
yes.
because he watches so much,
Yes.
that we have to say, don't forget to like and
subscribe to the Exposure Therapy official YouTube channel. Have a good week, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.